Let's wait a little bit until audience come.
Okay.
Okay, we can start now. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. After a long journey of activities, we can say this is our last activity for this semester. And we are very happy and glad to make it about an interesting topic and an expert engineer with more than 10 years of experience in his field. Before I welcome here, let me introduce myself. I am Ahmed Azhari. I am the chairman of IEEE KFU University Student Branch. I am this host for this webinar. Welcome, Engineer Ahmed. Please give us a little bit a brief about yourself, and then you can start.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ahmed. First of all, thank you very much. I just want to be sure that I'm audible to everyone. My voice is okay? Okay.
Yes, it's very clear.
So, my name is AlDweik, and I'm working for a technology company called Appspro. And I'm working for serving the Internet of Things and building Internet of Things solutions and applications for more than 10 years. So this is our main topic today, is to talk about the Internet of Things, which is actually one of my babies. It's like talking about one of my my small babies. I live in Internet of Things and I create solutions every day. This is my bread and butter. This is my business, and this is my main work about. So what is the Internet? Everyone knows about the Internet of People, actually. Internet of People is the normal Internet in the palm of the hand of each one of you. We are using Internet to communicate, to collaborate, to share knowledge and information between people. And recently, actually the Internet, the normal Internet, the Internet of People have changed the world long time back. Yani, if somebody old like me, if he remembers that ancient days in the 90s, early 90s, when there was very limited Internet, actually, it was a totally different life. For you, of course, I know most of the attendees today are students, so it is an obvious thing that you are having the Internet every day, and even if you don't have Internet at one day, maybe you will feel down. But that wasn't the thing long time back. So Internet of People have changed the world, and there is a new emergent internet which will be changing the world again. It's a new hype of technology, which called Internet of Things. As the Internet of People is about connecting and communicating people together, Internet of Things is about connecting and communicating things together. What? So things are going to communicate and collaborate? Yes. Things are going to communicate together, collaborate together, sharing even data and even knowledge together. And if you want to imagine it like that. How you are collaborating, how we are collaborating as people to each other, we're collaborating using senses. We hear, we smell, and we see. Look at the mobile in your hand, and you will see that this mobile have all the capabilities to see, to sense if there is a light or not, if it is dark, so it will increase the temperature of the light of the screen, for example. It knows exact rotation or tilting of the device itself. So it has senses, and it communicates to the internet. This is like an obvious example of the Internet of Things, but as everyone now have his own handheld device, just like mobile phone, tablet PC, or whatever. So these kind of devices are part of that new hype, Internet of Things. It communicates to each other. It shares the knowledge to each other. So actually, the very simple Internet of Things is, if we are comparing Internet of Things to Internet of People, so the Internet of People is about to connect people like you and me, for people to people information sharing. The Internet of Things connects things, assets, machines, for things or thing to thing information exchange without human intervention. This is the optimum. Of course, there's some Internet of Things applications and solutions that have some intervention of human, but the optimum thing is to have it, as we will see right now. But why there could be a need to connect things to the internet? What's the aim of this? And what is the examples of things that could be connected actually? Actually, everything could be connected to the internet. So before answering why, let's have some examples. Elevators could be connected to the internet, escalators, HVAC systems, oil and gas rigs, pipelines, different types of pipelines and infrastructure, meeting rooms, production lines, buildings are now connected to the internet. Street lights are connected. Signals, traffic signals, tanks with different types and different heavy equipments. All of that things are now connected to the internet. But again, why? Why there will be, or there is a need to connect these things to the internet? Actually, we are connecting things to the internet for two main reasons. First, to monitor. Second, to control. So we are connecting, for example, elevators to monitor the elevators and to control the elevators if we need to control remotely through the internet. But what could be the use case? So let's, yes, and before I forget, yes, we used to monitor some sensors. Of course, like we put sensors in the context, in the physical context. So we change or we convert the environment aspects into digital aspects. So we convert, for example, the smell into digital signal. We convert the speed, the rotation, all of that aspects into some digital signals that an electronic equipment can understand. And as we are controlling, so we do some action. To do an action, you need an actuator. Let's have a real use case of that. Let's assume that we are having an elevators company. It has a very neat and clean and beautiful headquarters. Let's assume it is based in Riyadh, for example. And they are having, I will make my pointer. Okay, and they are having their elevators distributed all around the kingdom. They are having maybe hundreds or maybe thousands of elevators that are installed inside buildings all around the kingdom. If we have, of course, they would be having some customer care department. And let's have a scenario that we are having one elevator is damaged. So somebody will be calling the call center, and the call center will be dispatching a technician to fix this issue in the elevator. This is a normal internet. Is it a smart elevator? No, this is not. This is like an elevator which everyone have in his home or at office. So this is not a smart elevator. So what could the IoT, what can the IoT do here in this use case to make it more smart and more easy? This is a dumb elevator system. So replacing the elevator, the normal elevator, putting some equipment, some sensors to connect the elevator mechanism itself, the elevator machine, to the internet, to be able to monitor the elevator. If it is stopped, so it will be automatically send a notification to the call center that, okay, I'm damaged, I need some maintenance, without waiting for somebody to call. So here we are just deleting, or we are just neglecting, or there will be no need for somebody, a human intervention, to call. So still, is it a smart elevator solution? Actually, no. Still, it is a dumb. Why is still a dumb solution? Because we have just replaced what we have been saving here in this scenario. Only the phone call. Only a phone call was 50 cents, for example. We have just saved, but still the elevator will stop. Yes, the elevator will be notifying the call center or the support team that I am in a damage mode or I need maintenance. And then they will be dispatching the same team, and it will take very long time. So how much time we have been saving? Only that 30 seconds of call that anybody can make. So we didn't save much. So still this solution is dumb. What about if we enable that maintenance team with some solutions, just like having their tools, for example, connected? Yes, can we make the tools connected? Yes. With very simple tagging, we will be able to monitor the location of each single tool or equipment. So when any technician dispatch it through also a smart application, a mobile application that enabled, maybe it will be very beautiful if it will be enabled also with augmented reality application. So I will be having, as a technician, I will be having the job with a destination, with the right tools, and I can navigate by using the augmented reality application to reach the right tool, and then to go to the spare parts warehouse. Also, I will be able to navigate by using the augmented reality application to the right spare part. I will grab them together, and I will go directly to the destination of the damaged elevator. Of course, if I'm going to take the company car, it is also preferred to have some kind of navigation system inside my car that has a destination already there with the shortest route or the fastest route to the destination. Yes, using this, yes, I have saved some money, some time. Actually, yeah, it's pretty good, but still it is not smart enough solution. Not sure. Yeah. So this is little smart elevator system. It is still not, yes, we have connected the elevator, we have connected the stuff which will make the maintenance, but the IoT did not, this is not the complete benefit of the IoT. Let's just shift a little bit about higher level of the solution we are going to provide here. Let's assume that this company have multiple, of course, as I said, they have tens or maybe hundreds of elevators distributed in the kingdom. In each of these elevators, we are going to install one gateway, some sensors to connect these elevators to the cloud or to the internet. What these elevators are going to generate, actually, yes, there will be thousands of sensors that will push up a lot of data in the real time, data about everything, when these elevators have been stopped. What is the behavior even of the passengers of these elevators across the 24/7 in the Saturday? What is the behavior? Does it stop in the 7th floor more or in the 13th floor? Like that. So all of that behavior of the machinery itself, it will be transferred directly to the internet. So what would be the benefit of this? Actually, the main benefit of this, that all of that data, the massive data that will be transferred to the internet, it will create something called data, or a big data. It is a massive size of data that include everything, include each single diagnostic of the machine. So how will I be able to use this data? What can be done with this big or huge data? Actually, This is the main treasure of IoT. The main treasure of IoT is not to connect things to the internet. It's about to generate data out of that type of connection. Because generating that kind of big data, applying machine learning and artificial intelligence models, softwares, applications, logic on this data, we will be able not only to monitor the existing status of that assets, but we will be also able to predict. And this is the main value of IoT. Yes, as we said, we are able to monitor, we are able to control. This is very good. Actually, it is tremendous because even if this elevator is another country, I'm able to monitor and I'm able to control, which was not there before innovating the IoT idea. But now also, after generating that massive data or that big data, some software applications can generate some prediction indication. So I will know, I know from now that this elevator might stop in a couple of days. So I will do some actions proactively. I will send the team for a predictive maintenance activity, not for a proactive maintenance activity. So I will be not in a post-active maintenance. So I will be proactively maintaining my assets. I will increase my repetition as a company, as an elevation company that sells elevator systems. Of course, my repetition will be increased. Of course, my revenues will be increased. And of course, my cost will be decreased. And this is also the main, what we are calling in business, selling point of IoT, that you are increasing the revenue, decreasing the cost, saving time, and generating revenue. So again, let's apply this to our scenario here. We will not be having actually an elevator stop. It will be on the minimum levels that an elevator could be stopping, because we are predicting that elevators might stop even prior having that issue. We will not having need for somebody to call the call center or the support team asking for maintenance or asking for help. We will not even need for a call center team. Of course, that might make some people unhappy, but this is a situation that I can make the elevators as a smart elevator automatically dispatch a work or order, make a job order or a service order for the right team. We can have even some software applications that can select the right personnel, who is the most perfect technician and engineer that can maintain this kind of issues, for example. So even selecting the right team is now available through some off-the-shelf applications and solutions. So this is the intelligent elevator. It is not even smart. This is the exact optimum use case that we can apply IoT on. Sky is the limit now. Now you can imagine, just remove the elevator, put any asset of that assets we have mentioned. That's why we are connecting, for example, production lines in factories. That's why we are connecting moving heavy equipment, working in a project in the middle of the desert. We are monitoring it. We are monitoring its maintenance. We are monitoring it because we don't want this project to be stopped because there is an elevator stop for some while. Before being stopped, we are predicting that this heavy equipment or yellow iron equipment stops. It might be an excavator, for example, so, or forklift that works for a certain project. If this forklift will stop, it means that all the project will be stopping for some while. So this is also an example. So monitoring, controlling, and predicting. This is the main value of IoT, not only to monitor things, not only to control things, but the main value is to predict. This is the main value that actually save actual money, save resources, save time, generate revenues. This is the main value of IoT. Of course, that's be done by generating big data. Now let's dive how to build an IoT solution. And actually, I put these couple of slides for how to build IoT solution, and then we will be talking also about how to build an IoT product, because I know that most of you are students, but tomorrow, you are so close to be entrepreneurs, for example. You are so close to be company owners. So I hope that I will add value, that you will remember that days if you start to build not only an IoT company, maybe you will be providing any other solution in the market. But think about it from two dimensions, not only one dimension. Don't think that, okay, I want to build an IoT solutions company, so having the right solution is enough. It is not enough, as we will see. You have to have what we can call a tech ecosystem, and you have to have a business ecosystem. Both of these systems together will build your company, will build your future, will build the 360 of your solution, whatever the solution you are providing. So what I'm saying here is an example. The IoT as a solution, as a technical solution, it needs these three layers of technologies. You need what we are calling IoT infrastructure. Some people are calling it edge layer, for example. The IoT infrastructure, it contains devices. And then what I mean by device, sensors. And these sensors are connected to some kind of gateway. This gateway need to communicate to the backend. The backend could be in the internet, could be some data center. So how to connect these gateway, which will send or transmit all of that sensors information to the backend? I need a connectivity. And we will see what kind of connectivity we might have. And then I need what we can call enablement platform. We will know in detail what is the enablement, and then application layer, and then enterprise layer. The details of that, let's little bit drill down as I wrote here. It's a real dive into that technology. So the IoT infrastructure devices could be gateways, PLCs, RTUs, OPCs, sensors, actuators for controlling. Connectivity layer, there's so much confusion. Actually, some people get confused about the connectivity in the edge layer and the connectivity in the internet layer. These are two different connectivity, actually. I'm talking about the connectivity between sensor and device. I'm not sure, but maybe some of you brothers and sisters have been involved in some graduation projects or something that involves some sensors. So the connectivity between these sensors and your controller, for example, this is the connectivity of the edge I'm talking about. This is this layer. And this layer could be wired, which I don't like, because in business, it takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of time, and it has a lot of hassle. Having it wireless, this is the optimum solution. So you can communicate between the sensor and the back gateway wirelessly. There is some technologies, some wireless technologies. One of the most known technologies now is the Bluetooth, for example, BLE, Bluetooth Low Energy. There's also well-known technology called Zigbee, Z-Wave, NB-IoT. Now we are having in Saudi Arabia, both NB-IoT and LoRa. Both are brilliant technologies, and I would really encourage each one of you to read about NB-IoT and LoRa, because this is the future of everything. Everything in the future will be connected through even NB-IoT or LoRa. We can actually talk about LoRa and NB-IoT for like forever. These couple of technologies are very important. There are also some industrial, well-known connectivities, just like Modbus, BACnet, HART. wireless HART. Enablement platform. Enablement platforms actually for each use case, it is not recommended to reinvent the wheel. For example, I'm now in the business I'm talking. So I faced the use case that there is a customer that needs to connect some HVAC systems, air conditioning. So I need to communicate with the air condition in the building or in the factory or in the hotel. I need to communicate with that to monitor, control, and predict. So what could I do? I have two approaches, even to go directly, open my books, search and Google, search for the best sensors to be selected, to be installed in the HVAC system, then search for a gateway, then search for a platform that can understand this data that will be transmitted, which called protocol, that can understand the protocol, the communication protocol of that type of HVAC. This HVAC could be Carrier, could be Thermo King, could be any type of whatever. It could be a HVAC, it could be even a cooling tower, whatever. So it's better. This is one approach. The other approach is to go in the market and find somebody that already have built an application that can be integrated with such a use case, an HVAC. This is the optimum way, which I like actually. It is not optimum for everyone, but I like this way, not to reinvent the wheel. Don't start with sensors and devices. Yes, it is beautiful, and I like it. I like to have sensors, integrating it with devices, testing it in the field, having it. Then by the end of the day, of course, having the application running is a proper way, but it takes very long time. In business, you need to be fast. Otherwise, opportunities will never remain forever. Somebody else will come, parachute over the opportunity, and they will take it. So you need to be fast. This is a normal pressure you will be having while working in the field. So having an off-the-shelf platform, maybe modifying it, is called enablement platform. Then having an application. Application should be customer driven. So I should sit with the customer, collect some information about his day-to-day work, build the specifications of the application, and then go back and build this front-end application for the sake of the customer, and then applying the analytical layer, of course, to get use of the big data. This is the most optimum and important layer. Having the dashboard, having one dashboard for the maintenance team, another dashboard for the owner of the building, a third dashboard for the facility manager. So having these dashboards, getting the data out of the big data that will be generated by the IoT. Now I'm having a complete solution. It is a technical solution, but do I have a complete product to be sold? Actually, to have a complete product, I have to have a lot of other services that should be there in your future company, you, my brothers and sisters. As I said, I believe in each one of you that you will be having your own companies. You will be entrepreneurs. You will be starting your own company one day. So if you will have your company name here, your technical architecture or ecosystem of your solution, you need to have also that ecosystem. You need to have your own partnership and alliance. You need to partner with vendors, suppliers, manufacturers of devices, of sensors, of applications, getting them on board. You need to check hand with them every day. You need to assign somebody. One of your team should be responsible of the partner relationship. You need to generate sales, of course. Sales is a blood in the vein of the business. Without sales, you will die. You need to manage your payments. You need to manage your bills. You need to have a customer service, you will have thousands of devices. If it is an IoT company, of course, you will have thousands and thousands of devices that is installed in the field. You will have devices that's installed in moving assets. Some other devices will be installed in buildings, in the desert, in oil and gas sites, even in some military equipment, sometimes even in the sea and ocean. So what you will do, you need some kind of monitoring. You need to monitor all these devices. If you are using these devices to monitor your customer assets, it's better to monitor your own devices. So if there will be a failure into one of your gateways, for example, or one of your sensors, you should be the first one to know. So applying even the same scenarios that you are applying on the assets, you have to apply on your own devices and IoT. So there's a lot, yes, of course, you have to think about your delivery, how you are going to deliver, how you are going to install each solution. So keeping in mind all of that business aspects is very important. Building a solution itself is important, but building that kind of business ecosystem, diving into each of these aspects, putting it all together, that will build the optimum company. This is how to build an IoT company. This is how to build an IoT business. Any business, you can apply even the same concept. So as you see, a product and a solution are complementing each other. You cannot build a business just to sell a solution or just to sell a product. Both of them combined together, blended together, are complementing each other to be able to sell something valuable for your customers. I've just finished. I don't know. Okay, we have pretty good time for questions, so please let me know if you have any questions in my presentation. Okay. So, thank you, Maha. Ahmed Ali, مش سامع كويس ولا مش شايف كويس؟ Yeah, that's it. Well, please let me know if you have any questions. I'm here for you. Okay, so mic to you, Ahmed. Thank you very much for inviting me to this event. Looking forward to be here again. But next time maybe I will be checking hand with each one of you, but after Corona, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Ahmed. I would like to introduce our gratitude by producing a certificate. Please give me a minute.
يعطيك العافية أخ فوز، الله يبارك فيك.
Yes, this is a certificate produced from our branch to you. It's a little bit thing, but as you said, inshallah, next time will be checking hand. Of course, we need you to visit our university, our college, and give us more than 45 minutes or more than half hour, sorry. So thank you again. And this is our last lecture, our last activity for this semester. Thank you for the audience. I hope you enjoy it. And inshallah, for next time, it will be more than that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ahmed. Thank you, everyone. I really want to check hand with each one of you, but maybe next time. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shukran.